Before we start, this is the fabric medium I use. It's called Inktense fabric medium, and it's available from Spotlight or craft stores. I use these Derwent Inktense pencils. They're not a normal pencil. The lead or the colour inside has ink through it. It can be very vibrant, or it can be dulled down to be just a water wash as well. The paint brushes I use are, excuse my hands, this one here is a 1/8 2.250, 1/8 250. It's just a square flat, but it's quite small compared to the pencil. So that's a normal size pencil. That's how small the brush is. And then to blend, I would use a round brush like this one, and the number on that one is a 2, and then a smaller one as well. That is a, there it is, 30. Okay, so just now, working with the Inktense fabric medium, apply this straight onto your fabric and work in small sections. So just push it into the fabric where you're going to apply the colour. And in this instance, I'm just going around the edge of the letters. Just make sure that it's pushed into the fabric and it's not too thick. So I've done that section from there to there. Then pop your paintbrush down, and I'm going to use leaf green. Just apply a small amount like that with the side of the pencil. You only need a little bit, and straight away you can see how dark the pencil actually applies to the fabric. Then pick your paintbrush up again, and you don't need any more fabric medium on it. Work in a circular motion and just bleed that colour out into the fabric medium. It will leave a stronger line around the edge of the letter, and then a softer colour working its way into the centre of the letter. So just in that circular motion. You don't have to be too pedantic. It's very forgiving. And that doesn't look like much at the moment, but once it's all complete and dry, it has a really good effect. Now you can see that I've gone around the whole letter. It's actually still drying, and once that's dry you can iron it to make it fix to the fabric and make it permanent. You can add more colour and they won't bleed together if you're careful. So now I'll just put a little bit of fabric medium onto the elephant's ear using charcoal grey this time. This time it's just a very, very small amount around the edge. Very, very small, because you want it to be just a little hint of colour. If you find this brush too difficult, that's when you might just dampen this one with a bit of the medium and use that small brush in a circular motion again to get the colour moving. Once you see that it's moving and it's starting to blend in, then you can go out further into the center of the ear. So it's dark around the edges and basically where there's shadows you would have it darker and then lighter in towards the middle. Now I'll just show you the trunk. Adding just straight fabric medium, you don't need water with this. The water's just there to wash your brushes out with and keep them dry and clean in between each colour. And the pencil again, which is same charcoal grey. Just with the side of it, just add a tiny fleck. I'm hardly even touching that at all. I'm just touching the pencil straight onto the fabric, and because it's wet, it's picking up the pigment of the colour. Then straight with the pencil to get the creases of the elephant's trunk, and have that straight point straight on there like that, and it gives you that really nice sharpness of the trunk. You can go around the edge if you like, and then it saves you from stitching later. You don't have to stitch it if you don't want to, but if you would like to keep stitching around your animals, you can. With the center of the trunk, just colour it in basically, round and round and round, and then that's fine. Now I'll be back in a minute when the elephant's finished. Okay, now the elephant's nearly finished. Just to complete it, I've put fabric medium here in this section again. With the sharp pencil, just go around the first circle of the eye, then obviously the second circle, both eyes. Give him a bit of eyebrows and the hair on his head. I did put fabric medium underneath that. You can stitch that if you wish to with a couple of one strand of. Now I'm going to do the eyes so that you don't have to set and stitch them, and this time I've used ink black instead of the grey. DMC. And then to get those deep eyes so you don't have to use DMC and a satin stitch, just get the dark pencil and go round and round and round, making sure that it's still damp with the fabric medium. And I'm pressing quite firmly this time, just to give the eyes a definition, and then underneath there. And then it's finished. You can add a little bit more around, as much or as little as you like. Depends what you want your elephant to look like, or your animals to look like. And there you go. And then at the end of it, once you've finished, iron the whole thing. Then I've stitched around the letters. You can stitch around the elephant if you like. You can satin stitch or stitch the flowers, or you can applique some wool felt over the top of the flowers. It's all up to you. I hope you enjoyed my presentation, and thanks for watching.